Got a really short day today. I'm only going to walk about 10 or 11 kilometers. And part of the reason, well, one is because the last 3 days have been pretty difficult. And I had 2 30-plus kilometer days in a row. And it's still a little early on and I want to give my feet a break. I'm a little worried I have a blister forming on the bottom of one of my feet. Kind of not too surprised. Yesterday's walk was super, super rocky, and that never helps. So anyway, I have this short walk, and the albergue in Arrés is supposed to be phenomenal. So that's one reason, cutting the day short, I'm going to stop there. And so I kind of thought, I could linger this morning at breakfast and kind of slowly make my way along. Except the albergue normally offers breakfast, but the hospitalera said for some reason this week she's not. And the only bar in that little village was closed. And what was open last night closed this morning, so no coffee. Just after 9 a.m. and I've been walking for almost 2 hours and it's hot. Europe's heading into a heat wave, parts of Europe anyway, and today isn't even as bad as it's gonna get, but already there's not much wind, there's no shade as you can see, and it's a long walk until the next town. Really abandoned place right now, and I think it is Ruesta because here's a sign that says welcome to the albergue entrance. So I think maybe Ruesta isn't a town at all, or it's an abandoned town, a ghost town, because there's like nothing here but ruins. Yeah, I think the albergue is down here somewhere. It's just so strange. Yep, there it is. Got a 6 a.m. start today, and The sun isn't up yet, but at least it's light enough to be walking, so I'm not walking in the dark. Most of the other pilgrims are probably 12 or 13 in the albergue last night. I think most have gotten up pretty early. Some are still eating breakfast, and others have already started because once again, it's going to be another really, really hot day. So I figured I should probably get an early start as well and try to beat some of that afternoon heat. Yesterday was a killer, and it's not even nearly as bad as it's going to be today, but I think especially tomorrow and the next day are going to be even worse. So, all right, here we go. It's a beautiful sight. There's a village right down there, and the path is leaving there. And I hope there's an open bar for a cafe con leche. I'm about 10 kilometers into the walk, so the timing would be perfect. .5:20 start. I don't know how I feel about it. Everyone in the albergue last night sort of organized a 4:30 wake-up call. Don't know how I felt about that either, but it's cool right now, so it's pretty good for walking. And I guess the plan is to just walk as fast and far as I can in the cool hours and then slow it down a lot in the afternoon. Something about crossing a bridge in the dark and over really dark water that is way more frightening than doing it during the day. I'm remembering that one time on the Camino Primitivo when I left really early. I can't remember what time, but it was dark. And I vowed never to do it again, to walk in the dark, because that morning I didn't see an arrow, so I lost the way. And I ended up going in a big circle and kind of ended right up back where I started from. Totally defeated the purpose of leaving early. And I'm just remembering that as I walk now because it's really hard to see. I can't really see any arrows. So, so far I'm going the right way. I think it was pretty straightforward out of town, but we'll see. Good thing I crossed the street. Had I not, I might not have seen that little guy. What do you know? Missed my turn off again. Not for the Camino, but there's an alternate route that I was gonna take. Now the alternate route adds 5 kilometers, so you think it'd be ridiculous, but everyone in the albergue kind of decided that it was the better path because it was much more flat and easier and more beautiful, and it was what I was planning to take anyway, except for the heat. But I guess because it was so dark, I don't know, there was a place where it turned off and I definitely missed it. So now I'm on the slightly shorter path, but it involves a huge climb to start the day. I walk in for 6 hours and there's been no services, only fountains. And I just came upon this sign, vending 24 hours. Oh, that would be amazing. Let's see what we got. Snacks. Oh, Aquarius, yes. Excellent. It's noon. It's really hot. Once again, I had a 5 a.m. start today. I woke up at 4:30, been walking for a while, and I only have about 4 kilometers until Puente la Reina. And that's going to be the end of the Aragonés. So I'm almost at the end, and I don't know how I feel about it. I'm actually kind of sad. This has been an amazing Camino, and it had kind of all the elements I was looking for. It's really solo and quiet during the day anyway, and during the walk. It's not populated, it's not crowded, but yet there's still a Camino feel. And then in the evenings, got great albergues, and I've been sort of with this group of 10 to 15 different pilgrims, usually the same-ish group every night, and yeah, we just kind of bonded a little bit, bonded over the heat, and it's been really nice. Another vending area. This is the best. Let's see. This one has table and chairs. Ooh, and there's a coffee machine. And where it's so hot, I'm gonna do it. I made it to Unate. This is about 5 kilometers before Puente la Reina, and it's the end of the Aragonés. Puente la Reina is on the Camino Francés, and so the Aragonés is now going to kind of merge there, and it's where I'm going to stop walking and then continue on somewhere else. But this church is a really special place. I actually detoured here when I was on the Camino 5 years ago because I had heard about it and heard it was so beautiful. And so coming back here is really, it feels really special. I remember when I first did the detour, I had been with all the other people on the Camino, and I turned down this road on the left, and suddenly I had this long, open, empty road in front of me, and I really felt free, truly free for the first time on the Camino. And I think that's a feeling that not that I'm chasing, but that I keep coming back for. It's one reason I come back again and again to do these walks, to do the Camino. And so it was really neat to be able to walk here as a pilgrim on the Aragonés and to pass right by this place.
El otro día no salió seco y